Okay. Apologies for that. So it's been 9 years, like I said. I needed to do some quick adjustments there for people watching on other platforms who could not get the audio to be properly in place. So that's done. I can go on with what I have for today. Very sorry about that with the transmission. All right, so we go ahead now to the first day I started. So this is going to be my third session on how dreams come true. How dreams come true. How dreams come true. The first session I did, I was talking about vision, the importance of vision, and the validity of vision. The fact that your dreams are valid, your visions are valid. Do not ever underestimate it. I also mentioned the fact that most visions will drop like a thought in your heart. They will drop like a thought. So don't think that because there was no dramatic twist to the way your own vision was birthed, don't let it make you commonize it. Don't let it make you tell yourself that, are you sure? Visions that are great should come in a loud and sounding way. No. RCV, I will always say, is an inspired idea. It came in as a thought. A thought that I definitely knew was inspired by God, saying, do this, serve your generation, this particular thing. And that talks about character development. So your dreams are valid. I mentioned that. And I also made you see that you have to take steps. I made you see the need for research. I made you see the need for you to see all the angles. Don't just run away on the fact that you have an idea. Settle down. Check what this idea is going to be taking from you, what it will require from you. And I mentioned that you should also check who is already doing, particularly if it's a pace-setting idea, an idea that one or two people may not have done or may have done before, someone you can learn from, pace setting. And I told you that if you don't find someone within your close proximity, there's always someone. And beautiful enough, today we can always learn from people all across the world. So you can research. I mentioned a lot about the importance of research, how that you must never toy with research. And then I went on to also talk about anyway, that was the first day. So the second session I took on this, I used it to talk about team. Now, one of the biggest blessings that RCV has enjoyed is the gift of people. The gift of people. And I think that in RCV, it's easier to talk about us having good people because we have a culture of valuing people. So somebody that might be looked at, someone who is least somewhere else, here will be celebrated and encouraged as much as possible. Yes, we do challenge ourselves to do better things, awesomely well. But we are able to say that we've been blessed and favored by the heavens and God to have great people. So that particular show, I went mentioning as many names as come to my head, and I totally lost count. And I was done. I was going to give myself kudos, thinking that I already mentioned all the names. When I found out that I left some names, I was like, oh. So I told myself, okay, whatever I could not achieve with the voicing, I will achieve with tagging them. So I had to tag every single one of them, and it was good to see them express their joy, excitement, and responses. And that day I mentioned the fact that one of the culture here is family. Family, not because we are unreasonable, unserious, and playful, no, but because we understand that your life has more to do other than just work. There's more to you. That understanding is there and is built in the culture. And I said that day that if you've worked with RCV before, most likely you remain family forever. That access is open. And so for every new person that comes, they get other persons who have worked there introduced to them and say, oh, this person. And it still happened today. I still had one of my interns from 2019. She got admission, went to school 2019, and now she's a graduate. So I was seeing her, and like the last time I saw her, she was an undergraduate. When I saw her today, she was a graduate. She's a graduate rather. So that's the kind of thing. So I'm talking about the things that have helped RCV. Dreams do come true. Do not ever make light of your dream. Do not ever make light of your dream. So we'll go on to today. I want to do something really special today. And the next set of people that are very important in the metrics of business are our clients. Our clients. Our clients. They are the next very important persons in the metrics. They are the next very important persons in our metrics. Imagine a business that has no clients. Imagine a school. So I can see Madam Ekane here. Imagine a school without students. You say God forbid, Abby. Imagine an office that has staff members, that has beautiful office, that has everything you can think of. Like when you have entered the office, you are feeling proud about the space where you work, but there are no clients. That one our business. That one our business. So today I want to talk about our journey through clientele attraction, client attraction, and clientele base building. I'm going to tell the story around that one. Story time. So in 2015, I got the inspired idea in October 2014. In 2015, we started what you can call officially. But truth is, we started that very year because in December that year, I held the first forum, Character Ambassadors Forum. And from there, I've been able to answer the question as at November, this time 2014, I was in the crucible trying to answer the question of how is this business going to be. November is so electrifying. November is so energizing. When I'm in November of any year, there's this everything is just like what's next, because that was the season in 2014 when I was every day in a cyber cafe. And when I say every day, believe me, every day except Saturday. I couldn't tell if I went on some Saturdays, but I resumed there like I was going to the office. So I'll resume at 9, just after I've dropped the children off in school, and then I'll come back, sit at the cyber cafe with my miniature laptop from being a journalist, and then research starts. I'm using the system of the cyber cafe, and then whatever I find interesting, I'm ensuring that with my flash drive or something, I got them archived into my, so I could read later and all through November 2014, I was in research, answering critical questions. But you see, I must thank God for inspired ideas, because alongside what I called research was pockets of prayers. Because I felt that I had never done this before. I didn't know how this was going to turn out. I was launching out by faith and in faith and of faith. And it's been 9 years. So I thought that to share these stories might not make so much sense to the big shots, the big guns, those who have gone and done big things. So if you are that big somebody, just slide and pass. Let me talk to the young people who want to venture, the young women who want to venture, the young men who want to venture, the young guys who want to do something, and they're like, something's checking in their head that you feel down. This is me telling you that yes. So pockets of prayers, asking, seeking, researching, and of course finding, because anybody that is sick, they will find. So by the time if you are seeking from the right place. So this idea struck me one of those days. And the idea, I had never, look, some of these things I'm saying, some people had known it, but me, I didn't know it. So I will not come and be proud in here and say I knew. I knew for the first time that my market entry strategy, I understood what market entry strategy was. I mean, I studied public relations and advertising. I mean, I covered the business sector in Punch for long. So I understood. That's not the issue. The part of it I didn't understand is that you were going to introduce your business as a freebie to the market. Or more, you were going to introduce your business to the market as a freebie. That was what I had to do. So I was inspired. So mind whatever inspires you and take care of it. God inspires me. Jesus inspires me. The idea was put down 10 companies you've known all the while from different places. Write to them, tell them you want to offer free trainings. You're offering them 40 slots and all that. I did that. Thankfully, they all said yes. We started one after the other. The first place we went was my dad's company, Pet Farm Technical. From there, the next company we went to was Pertinence. It was good. You know, Pet Farm was sometime in January, if I'm not mistaken. Pertinence was in February. Life Page was in April. So the third company we went was Life Page. After that, I went to a school or the other and some other ones. Then I think sometime around June or so, I went to National Institute of Credit Administration. It was a blessing to know that they could say yes. Whatever you had to say, come and say it. We've always known you. We know you will not take our time for granted. You are not going to play with our time. So I thank God for whatever I said, because the very first training I served, I can tell you, you see, something about intentional living is that you can track your journey. And when you tell your story can be replicated because you were tracking your journey. Guys, track your journey. Track your journey. Track it. Like document, record it. You don't know when you will need to say it, and when you cannot remember simple dates, simple details, it waters down the story you are trying to tell. Because if you know you are going places, that means people will need to hear your story. So prepare like somebody whose story people must hear. Do you get it? So put down whatever you are experiencing in the best way possible. I learned that from Bishop David Oyedepo. That man will quote dates like calendar. He will even tell you time. So I learned that from him. So we finished all the rounds, and to the glory of God, many of the companies that we went to offer free trainings for are still doing business with us in one form or the other today. For me, that's a big plus. That's a big way to say you have been consistently meaningful and exceptional. If you have not experienced RCV, what do you wait for? We need to enter your space and help you make sense of your team membership. Guess what? Character development can help you increase your team's profitability by near 50%. When people are the right kind of persons that they should be, you have taken care of who to be for them. What to become will be as easy as ABC. What you want them to become is waiting on what they should be. So when you employ our kind of trainings, we help them be who they should be. Right? The word is who they should be. When they become who they should be, what to become, that one follows suit naturally. So they've been with us. But more stories, and I'd like to mention some of our clients today and celebrate them. I mean, as many companies have ever done any business with us, today is your deal. I didn't write your names. So I'm going to be calling you off my head and thanking you for believing in us, for believing in this brand. We are not the only training brands around, but we sure have something unique to offer you. What's the other thing that we do? I spoke about best workplace attitude as coming from who to be. You can make anybody who is an accountant to act like accountable, but if they are not it, they will package and then they will snowball out of it at the slightest possible test. So I want to thank everyone who has given us the chance, the place, the space, the investment to be part of their business. Thank you so much. I mentioned Pet Farm earlier on. That was the very first place that we did that training. I mentioned Pertinence. Everly grateful to Pertinence. We started with Pertinence as Pertinence Limited. We've grown alongside Pertinence, and now Pertinence is a group of very, very strong companies. Not only that, from individual me coming that faithful February to do that training with, I think I had asked someone to follow me who was not even a staff yet, but I felt that corporate things now should not appear alone. See, these are back end details. I couldn't appear alone to a corporate company. I had learnt that, so I had called one of the young guys around me that, please go with me, I have this. That was venturing, that was stepping out. These are real stories. I thank Life Page. One of the things I will always celebrate the Life Page founder for, Mr. Clement Oladipo. In his case, I have to mention name because I was going to refer to a book. I went there, this kind of, he's such an awesome person. So I got to offer this free training in that faithful month of May, if I'm not mistaken, either April, May. And then when I was done, he invited me to his office and like, oh, Mr. Obasa, have you seen this book before? Guess which book? He was introducing to me a book that will become very, very strategic to my entire work in this space. The last book written, so I heard, the last book written by Miles Burrow, The Power of Character in Leadership. That book, every time anyone joins this organization or when I'm taking our academy, and by the way, our academy is resuming full swing in 2025. We're looking forward to you be having virtual and having physical classes in 2025 by God's grace. You get all the updates and the likes. But I was saying that book became very phenomenal, such that when I take a class, you must do an exercise on that book. It's a workbook. It's a book that can accompany. I have several other books on character development. I have Character First that I had to ask my brother to help me send from US by Tom Hills, if I'm not making, Tom Hills. I have Character First. I have a lot. I was even looking at one this morning. But that particular book is a masterpiece. If you've not seen it and you love what character does to you, please ensure that you get one. You need one in your library. And don't just read it and finish it. It's not a read and finish book. It's a read and refer. You read, you refer to it, and it will be a great blessing to you. So I want to thank Sentinel. Sentinel. Sentinel is another beautiful company that's given us an opportunity to serve. We've been serving. Okay, so I've just been given a copy of the book to show you. Phenomenal book. Phenomenal book. Thank you. So Sentinel, thank you, Sentinel. Thank you, thank you. You know that you have been one of the greases in the wheel of RCV. We celebrate you. It's one thing when your client is saying, "Oh, we are glad that you guys are in this journey with us," and you even say, Abi, it's we that should be thanking you. So that's been the relationship. I want to thank Sentinel. Sentinel also started as Sentinel, but phenomenally right now they are Sentinel Holdings. Then they hold things. All right, so that's Sentinel, and I want to thank Gotland. Yes, Gotland, a baby product from Sentinel. We want to thank Cefatop, a baby product from Petinet. Interestingly, our referral story is worthy of studying. I tell you, you can use RCV's referral success story as a case study. If you want to prove to any company the power of service, because you see, when it comes to service in RCV, we don't use to buga for clients. Anybody I employ into this company, I want to buga for company, the person is gone. Because why? How are you in business without the clients? Doesn't even make sense to shakara for your clients. It means that you don't know who pays you, don't even know your oga. You thought that I am your oga. Oh, mistaken. The real oga is the client. So when it comes to serving clients, we roll our sleeve like this and serve from me to anybody. When we talk to clients, we talk to them respectfully. Nobody is permitted to handle a client anyhow. And interesting, the beautiful thing about the way we teach clients here is we give ourselves the orientation that we are the first clients. So if you are a leader here in RCV, you must understand that your team members that you are leading, you must see them with the eyes of a kind of client, and whatever respect you are going to give your clients out there, begin from here. So that way it's a lot easier for everyone to understand how to pamper, look out for and care for clients. We have enjoyed a phenomenal referral journey. We do every year push for more businesses. As if you are watching us now and you want to know what our trainings look like, from leadership character training, look, I need to adjust my seat here. When it comes to character development, it's very, very important to everything that concerns your business. So here we say brand success, stability, sustainability. What does it mean? Some brands will succeed because almost everybody knows what to do to succeed. There are several people have been teaching how to succeed, 7 ways to succeed. So a lot of people can, but you see, when it comes to stability and sustainability, that's where the issue is. That's where we play. So RCV brings the organs and elements of stability and sustainability to your success story as a brand. So if your brand of leadership in your company is going to be so powerful that you'll be able to export it, talk to RCV, because we have a package called leadership character training. That speaks to the character that leadership needs to succeed, be stable and sustainable. When it comes to our customer service package, we do not just come and tell you about the customer service management softwares and applications. No, we look at the persons handling your customer service. Customer service is 80% attitudes, 20% aptitude. Customer service is 80% attitude. It rides on people's backs. When the persons handling customer service are right, all the things you put and invest will work well, and you will have sustainable success. And then when it comes to best workplace attitudes, I think it's one of the biggest savings that we have. How are your team members? Do you know that when people come to work, they come with their own, like the way they grew from home? So when they come, best workplace attitudes, they are things you should serve regularly. Because when you repeat it enough, people will get to know that, oh yes, in the workplace, this is where it should be. How does it affect productivity? In a major phenomenal way. Not less than 25 to 35% of inching upwards can be recorded by having team members who understand the best attitudes that go with work. Best workplace attitudes. Best workplace attitude. When last did you do a best workplace attitude for your team? And you are surprised that they are behaving anyhow. If you don't train them, don't blame them. So what should you do? Sign up for our best workplace attitude training. Nobody does it better than RCV when it comes to best workplace attitude. What else can I tell you? When it comes to corporate culture, you see, culture is the way of life of the people. Just like character is the sum total of somebody's qualities. So what character is to humans is what culture is to organizations. When it also comes to corporate culture training, Nobody serves it the way we do. Now, there are a lot of people who do corporate culture training and activation and orientation and the rest of them. But when we know exactly where the chord strikes well. That is corporate culture training. I'm letting you see all the gems we've been serving to these our clients that keeps bringing them back. Many of these things go with surveys, go with research, go with evaluation, go with policy packaging and the rest of them. That's the consulting part of us. And any client that signs us up is free to call us at any time of the day and say, oh, I have this question. You can pick brain tire. Go ahead. So we encourage people to not just be one-off clients to us, but retainer clients. Retainer clients pay less and they get more. Guess why? Because we do that to reward them for joining with us for an entire year. But our retainer clients, because of the economy, has changed form. Right now, you can do 3 months retainer, you can do 6 months retainer, you can do 1 year retainer. All depending on what your budget can afford. Best workplace attitudes is not what you train once in a decade. It is at least once every 6 months. When it now comes to customer service training, sustainable customer service, productive customer service, you should take 1 customer service training every 3 months. Guess why? Because humans are very, very dynamic. Things change. Patterns are changing in behavior. Taste is changing. Even pocket size is changing. So you must keep learning the best way to connect with people and be in their space when it comes to a service provider or product provider. There are so many. So I've mentioned our leadership character development package. You can sign up for them as individuals too. We have individual packages. We have training academies. And there is this particular training that you can serve in this December. You know, many companies are going on their retreats now. Bring us into your retreats to do a baptism for your team that will earn you the new year in a brighter mood for customer service. We treat customer service from the angle of attitude. It has never failed to deliver. There's something in the head of those people who aren't working well that is making them behave like that. We find it and we fix it. Exactly what I'm saying. So attitude, when it comes to customer service, if you cure attitude in customer service, you're taking care of majority of the problems. Then leadership character, then best workplace attitude. I was going to mention get more for working. Get more for working can make your team members' commitment shoot by 50% on auto. Let me let you know why. Because get more from working is one training package to help the worker see the good he's doing himself by working. You have not seen that dimension before. You know why? Humans are created naturally to be selfish. We look out for ourselves first. And God has no issues with that. In fact, he said the template is love your neighbor as your, God doesn't have an issue with you loving yourself. So that get more from working is a package that eventually has given our companies 50-50 win. Win on the side of the team member, win on the side of the company. So at the end of the day, if you bring us in to take that Get More for Working, it's a 3-part series. We call it masterclass, 3-module masterclass. If you bring us in to take it, you would have baptized your team. You will not need to push anybody because they see that whatever you are not, is yourself you are not doing for. Who empirically show them how that working actually enhances your work. And more of it that you learn to do well, the better you are becoming. We have case studies, we have graphs, we have infographics and the rest, and we have experiential packages that help them see the truth of it. Everyone who has ever attended Get More for Working understands that work is a privilege. that work is a what enhancer. Let me not start the class. Let me not start. They get detox. We first do detox for their brain first, from all the toxins that they ever heard about work, and then we now stuff the new one inside. We return them back to you clean and ready. It's you that will be telling them to calm down. I'm telling you. So let's do that for you. It's been a beautiful day. I've been talking about RCV at 9. I've been talking about how dreams come true, part 3. And I've been talking particularly today with focus on our clients. And then I landed on what kind of food we give our clients that make them stay with us. There are clients who have been with us for 7 years running. We are thankful to them. I'm thankful to Rep 360. They are pretty new, yes. They came in this year and we are glad for what we've been able to do with them. Sefatop came in this year. I mentioned Gotland earlier on. We're looking forward to do bigger things with Gotland. We've had a thing to do with RefTop this year. We're looking forward to bigger things with RefTop Homes. Many of our real estate companies that have given us the opportunity, whatever SSR free. Yes, we've had things to do with SSR free homes this year. We thank you, SSR free, for the privilege to be able to serve you. We also are thankful for people who are not even in the real estate space. For Nigeria Shippers Council, we were honored to serve Nigeria Shippers Council. We also want to thank every single person that has been individuals that have served us, because some of the trains we are packaged, individuals have attended. We celebrate you. Thank you, PML. That's Peniel Metropolitan Limited. Thank you. PML has been with us for close to 4 years, year on year. We do business. And Sentinel has been with us since 2020. So we have that track record. That's because we know they do shakara, they serve our own client too. It's against the rules of customer service. Your client is your honorable guest, your honorable privilege, and gives you an opportunity to show what you are made up of and what you can do. You do not come and do like this for your clients. So, but apart from that, we have a very warm way of relating with our clients and a number of things. I want to use this opportunity to also thank Mrs. Sheya Yade, late Mrs. Sheya Yade. She's a client, she's a sister, and she's the I call her CEO for now. Edu Child is a big powerhouse of education and educators training and resources. They are doing phenomenal. I've had opportunities to train in our teachers circle, and she went to be with the Lord recently, and I just want to say thank you to our husband, to everyone on that team. I also want to thank Mrs. Ogunde. Mrs. Ika Ogunde has given me the opportunity to speak on our platforms a number of times. What a great honor to speak at TOSI. Imagine, I've been a 2-time speaker at TOSI. Oh shit, I do not take this for granted. I don't take it for granted at all. I want to thank Saniya Adesoya. See, last year, now I'm not trying to start gist because people at the back here will like, Mr. Obasa, can you just round up this thing? Anyway, I'm grateful to Mr. Niya Adesoya, Dr. Niya Adesoya, for the privilege. I'm grateful for Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. So let me not module it up. So Dr. Niya Adesoya gave me the privilege to come speak at Niya Additional Boot Camp, a very big stage, 6.0, and it was good to have done that stage with my upcoming greatness. I'm really grateful. I do not take it for granted. I also want to thank the Entrepreneurship Academy, owned by the president, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. Thank you so much. That was the first place I spoke this year, and it was really interesting. It was a good way to start the year, and it's been a great year so far. There are churches where I've spoken, all the redeemed churches where I've spoken. I'm grateful. There are schools where I've spoken to, all the schools where I've spoken, I'm grateful. And oh, thank you, Water Gardens. Thank you, Water Gardens. Water Gardens is the first school that ever did any business with us. They were one of those schools we started with, and they've been with us. And we see how things do with them, and they clocked 10 this year. We have the details of our clients are with us. If you are not careful, even your wedding anniversary, it will be our matter. But you see, it's just the little things that we do that make people feel that we value them, and it gets them connected to us. So what are you waiting for? 081-061-20819. There are so many clients who have not mentioned, but I'm grateful to Maxi Build. I'm grateful to even the upcoming ones, the ones that we done just something with once. Agbeloba, we had to go and speak at Agbeloba. Red Dye, we've had to do things with Red Dye. We're grateful for every single. There are so many, and I'm particularly grateful for the ones who have kept repeated transactions with us. You do not know what it means to a business that is upcoming to have people like you. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. We look forward to serving you better and becoming more endeared to your heart. 081-061-20819 is the number to call, so that you will let us know. Just make a booking and we'll clear the booking, make reservations for you, package it exactly the way we want it. One of the beautiful things we do during our training is put our clients' faces on our slides. Just about anything can happen when you are RCV to train for you. But let me not let out all the secrets. But yes, this is organic customer service, homegrown, made for this market, and valuable enough for export. Yes, so thank you so much, everyone. It's time for me to say my goodbyes. For every client that has ever paid us to do something, and even those we've had to do things for free. Even when we do things for free, we do it with plenty of honor. Platform is what is important. We do not take platforms for granted. We do not. In the new year, we'll have plenty of trainings lined up. By the grace of God, we'll be alive to execute them, and you will be at the benefiting side of it. Thank you so much, everyone. For everyone who joined me, thank you. I can see Abigail, I can see Madam Ekanem, and I can see a number of other people. Thank you also to my team members at the back end. We cannot celebrate you enough. Have yourself a very beautiful weekend, and don't forget that character is key, right? When you lose this, nothing remains. Nothing remains, as everything all finish. So please don't lose it. If anything, talk to us. We can help you know step by step on how to ensure that you're going better in this journey. We are also on the journey. So what we do is get more people to join the pack. Enjoy your weekend, and God bless you. Yeah.